Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our August 22nd special meeting of the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. This is a virtual meeting. Appreciate all of the efforts around timing as this is a really important issue. Madam Secretary, could you please read the public notice?
Yes, good afternoon. Adequate public notice has been given pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act. Notice have been posted at the board's office and website and emailed to the Department of State and to newspapers of board circulation within the state.
Thank you. Can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Crystal DeLu.
Here.
Commissioner Bange.
Here.
And President Gould-Sadovy.
Here. And when is our next public meeting?
The next regular board meeting will be held on Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. It'll be a hybrid meeting in person at the board hearing room at 44 South Clinton Avenue in Trenton and live stream via YouTube.
Thank you. So today there's just one agenda item and there is no executive or consent agenda items today. So I don't have any specific opening remarks other than I hope everyone is having a wonderful summer. And thank you all for being here and for everyone who worked to figure out the scheduling for this meeting, my colleagues and all the staff who've been working on this. Any comments from my colleagues?
Nope. Good right now.
Great. Okay, let's get started. We have one item and it is in telecommunications. Val.
Thank you, President. Commissioners, good afternoon. For today's meeting, we are requesting the board's approval to authorize preliminary awards under New Jersey Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program to the 36 projects that have been identified for a total award of $63,551,156. This is subject to the approval of the National Telecommunication and Information Administration, NTIA. Staff further recommends that the board authorize the OBC to publish the draft of the New Jersey BEAD final proposal for public comment on the board's website, and following the close of 7 days of a public comment period, submit the final proposal to NTIA on or before September 4th of 2025. This service is needed to fulfill NTIA's requirements for this project. Submission of the BEAD final proposal to NTIA and completing the above mentioned requirements are essential for New Jersey to receive all remaining BEAD grant funds. As background, the BEAD program was established by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law in 2021. On June 26, 2023, the Biden administration announced New Jersey's BEAD application full allocation, with the state receiving a formal notice of $263,689,548.65. And that was done on June 30th. As a condition of an eligible entity receiving the full BEAD allocation, entities were required to draft, submit, and receive approval from the NTIA for various reports and proposals. Specifically, through the board and OBC, New Jersey drafted and submitted the BEAD 5-year action plan on August 28th, 2023, as well as its BEAD initial proposal volumes 1 and 2 on December 21st, 2023. On August 28th, 2024, NTIA approved New Jersey's BEAD initial proposals, which enabled the state to launch the competitive subgrantee selection process. The final condition of the state's receipt of its full allocation under the BEAD program requires New Jersey to draft and submit a BEAD final proposal to NTIA, which must contain various items described below. The BEAD final proposal must be approved by the NTIA before any awards can be made in connection with New Jersey's BEAD grant program. New Jersey's final proposal is due to NTIA on September 4th, 2025. And final proposal was initially due November of 2025. The BEAD final proposal is the final submission for the state New Jersey BEAD program, which allows and provides updates to the approved initial proposals as a modified BEAD reconstruction policy notice was granted. This ensured that each state was committing to ensuring that every resident has access to reliable, high-speed broadband connectivity, drawing on all funding available to accomplish this goal, including but not limited to BEAD project funds. The contents of the final proposal are described in the guidance that is aligned with the BEAD restructuring policy notice. The BEAD program is a historic investment in broadband infrastructure designed to expand high-speed internet access across New Jersey. This deployment will occur in 2 application phases, contingent on NTIA's review of challenge determinations and final designation of the BEAD-eligible broadband serviceable locations. Once NTIA approves the final proposal, this package will be submitted to the National Institute of Standards and Technology for final approval. When NIST approves the final proposal package, the Assistant Secretary will notify New Jersey of its final proposal that it has been approved. New Jersey will then receive the notice of approval for its final proposal by NTIA, and accordingly, New Jersey will be able to access the remaining program grant funds to be used and implement the BEAD final proposal. Staff recommend that New Jersey Board of Public Utilities authorize preliminary awards under the New Jersey BEAD program to the 36 projects identified for the total award amount of $63,551,156, subject to the approval of NTIA. Staff further recommend that the board authorize the OBC to publish the draft of New Jersey's BEAD final proposal for public comment, which received NTIA's formal approval for submission on August 22nd, 2025. This final proposal will be posted for public comment for 7 days, and following public comment period, this will be submitted to NTIA on or before September 4th, 2025. Thank
So
you.
moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Well, again, thank you, Val. The tighter timeline to turn this around, I know was a challenge for staff and myself and my colleagues to make sure that we could get this done in the amount of time that we had now. But we did, I think, an excellent job doing that. So I really appreciate all of the hard work from not just from your office, Val, but also from the legal division, everybody who worked to get this done. It's really a great opportunity to expand broadband with this grant from the federal government to those places around New Jersey that still don't have it. Although we have a great broadband coverage in the state, there are a few counties in particular that really need additional broadband access. So we're looking forward to that. So thank you. Any questions, comments from my colleagues?
I'd just like to say that we're very fortunate to be in New Jersey, because just released numbers and analysis from the Federal Communications Commission identified New Jersey as being the #1 state for internet access, including affordability and performance, which is great for all of us. And they realize that we have near universal access, and this BEAD funding will really blanket those few remaining places that don't have a universal broadband access, which is great. But New Jersey is right at the top of the nation on this, and we're going to continue to be there because of this. One of the other interesting conclusions that was brought out was also that fiber connections don't necessarily guarantee better outcomes, which was somewhat surprising to me, but I think that's something that we should understand. And some of the newer technologies that don't involve fiber don't necessarily lead to worse results. So I think that's something that I'm sure, Valerie, you will definitely take into account when you evaluate different projects. There are a lot of them out there, and I understand that 11,000 BSLs will keep you busy for a long time. The one additional thing I'd like to encourage is that for the sub-grantee matches, that is a significant figure, much more than the 63 million that will be coming from the providers. I just want to make sure, to whatever extent possible, that those increases, those sub-grantee matches from the providers, are not borne by existing ratepayers and subscribers. They're going to have to get the money from somewhere to pay for it. I just don't think, on top of everything else, that we should be getting it from current subscribers. So Val, to whatever extent possible, please make sure that that doesn't happen so we don't burden anyone else in the state with additional costs.
Thank you,
Val, I
Commissioner.
just want to say great work again to you and the team. Thank you for all your help.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
On a motion to approve staff's recommendation, Commissioner Crystal Delulu,
Yes.
Commissioner Bange,
Yes.
and President Gosadovian.
Yes, thank you. That concludes our agenda, one item. So if there are closing remarks, we can open it up to my colleagues now. Otherwise, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. The meeting is adjourned. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.